What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the top of the map, in the blue color, playing as Ra. His name is ChronoJJ. His opponent today on the other side of the map, in the red color, playing as Zeus. His name is Skady. This is the map Mediterranean and it's the second game in the RTS-Sanctuary Christmas Tournament group pools, where each player plays each other twice. So it's not a best of 3, it's not a best of 2, it is a 2-game series where points matter. So if you win your home map, you get 1 point. If you win your opponent's home map, you get more points. I think it's 2 points. I should have probably checked up on the rules. But that's beside the point. ChronoJJ lost the last game against Skady's Gaia, and he's decided to shake things up in this game and switch right over to Zeus against his Ra on Mediterranean, believing he's got a little bit of a matchup advantage here. So Skady's going to throw up his dock. He's got a nice little fish spawn here. The same thing for ChronoJJ. Actually, ChronoJJ's fish spawn's great. 6 fish, pretty close to his initial dock, which allows him to put another dock over this side and grab the other 3 fish. Normally you see a bit of a dock spam from Ra here, but I'm interested to see if ChronoJJ's got any special tactics for this matchup, seeing as he's basically decided to go into it picking Mediterranean. Normally Ra wants to play on a safe map like Watering Hole and just do lots of safe boomy play and staying away from his opponent. But he's decided, no, gonna go ham, gonna take that Mediterranean map. Do see some scouting coming up for Skady, so if we jump onto his perspective and how he decides to scout, he scouts a little bit of this side, a little bit of this side. Against Ra, I think scouting the entirety of one side is probably a better idea. You have a chance of finding their priest or their pharaoh scouting out looking for pigs, and yeah, you can basically just take all the pigs on the map if you can find that priest or pharaoh and the opponent gets no pigs, and you get all of them. Which means basically winning the water is even stronger because your opponent has no access to herdables in order to, basically mean they have to go straight on the farms. Anyways, ChronoJJ on the other hand, he's scouting with his pigs. Does not really seem to want them there. There we go, the priest is moving around now, picking up those pigs he's spotted. Knows he needs a few of them just so that he can get to that second age. Starting off a monument to the village is super early, which makes me expect something a little bit funny. Maybe he's going to go for some sort of villager rush, grab an early skin of the rhino and then villager rush. That'd be very funny. Not sure about maybe he's scouting with his fishing ship, but that fish is much closer. He's going to be moving over to this side. And again, this pig's being very aggressive in this scout. Surely he realizes Skady's going to be not going that way for some reason. Bit of an odd scouting decision there, but no worries. We're not seeing a very fast advance time by Skady. He's got 6 villages on wood, so he's going to be producing at least 9 fishing ships, maybe more. It's a bit of a difference for Titans to Nilla. You're going to have more fishing ships because you have access to shooting docks. It means rushing is significantly less powerful because your opponent can just garrison his fishing ships until he catches back up. ChronoJJ on the other hand, throwing his temple down. Not getting a second dock straight away. He's obviously going for more of a faster advance than the 5-minute 5 dock. He's going to be going 3-minute 3 dock. It's a little bit of a different play style. It means you have to fight a little bit more aggressively on the water, and you don't have as much defensive capabilities. But it's still very strong. It's still very viable. Both work very nicely. Skady throwing up his temple as well. He's going to bounce right out of pigs, but it looks like he's going to have the resources to advance. Might want to consider stopping that last villager from producing here and just advancing a little bit after. But it looks like he's going for the 4-minute 45, delayed by 5 seconds build. Might want to consider also stopping these fishing ships producing so he can get extra storehouse over here or over here, so he doesn't have all these villages on one location bumping into each other, getting that second dock straight up, so he's got straight away Trireme getting built. And it looks like he's going to be throwing villages over to this gold mine. He's got 6 villages on gold with the rest on wood. Normally you want 7 villages on gold with the rest on wood. That seems to be the stronger, more consistent play for producing guys. Needs to fix up these villages as well. ChronoJJ, on the other hand, still has a non-advanced J's. Ooh, very late advance time considering the choice of build. I'm a little bit surprised by this. You could have this is like very slow. Which he's going through Shadoof though, not Shadoof, going through Tar. You're gonna have access to Shadoof, so you can easily go maybe like a fast 2-town center or something and see what happens. Got 10 villages on gold, so that does make me think he's doing some sort of fast town center play. We'll see what he does actually end up with though. He's throwing down 3 docks, potentially a 4th dock as well, considering how many villages on gold. And he also have quite a few villages on food. He's got 15 fishing ships to Skady's 11. So Skady going through Hermes, not Athena. So he's definitely considering to stay in that second age. And he's going to be producing those triremes straight away and using that centaur to scout around and maybe pick off some villages if he can. His economic upgrades, he's got the hand axe and pickaxe. ChronoJJ probably also hand axe and pickaxe, or just pickaxe, deciding to stay away from that hand axe, potentially wanting that extra gold for the fast town center. He's going to be building 5 docks as well. This is kind of why I'm a little bit confused with his build, because you can do this build a little bit differently, get the same amount of fishing ships out, advance faster. So he's obviously coming to this game a little bit unprepared. Trireme is moving in now, going to be attempting to stop this dock from coming up. All you have to do is garrison a fishing ship into this dock, and basically this dock is free to build, you can't stop it. Do see the priest is up here as well, and these triremes are just going to be raiding a little bit. Skady continuously, well, he's not continuously building triremes, he's only building a couple. Maybe he's going to be grabbing that second town center straight away. Looks like he's got 10 villages on gold, so they're going to be, this is actually very sneaky by Skady. I really like it. He's sniffed out ChronoJJ, he sniffed him out, and he's going, nah, what are you doing? You haven't, you're either going fast heroic, or actually he probably thinks he's going fast heroic. So he's going in that second town center, but maybe this is like a double meta game right here. And now Skady is going to build the second town center. He's going to come over here and grab your second town center and then start building some more trireme. Potentially, I have no idea. This is completely new for me. Looks like the centaurs spotted the second town center from ChronoJJ. Does lose the centaur though. This is good for ChronoJJ. Doesn't have to deal with any free centaur running around killing his villages. We do see cabinets now coming out, so ChronoJJ had to lay those in order for that second town center to happen. A little bit of micro coming out here. You just need to be careful with this. Sometimes it's better to just, like, in this situation, to just have 2 ships on 2 separate trireme while under the dock fire, just so that they don't run away and basically your docks keep firing as much as possible. I like the constant ejection of fishing ships getting on top of the macro there of those fishing ships in order to keep them gathering while his trireme aren't on top of that. Settlement is up now for ChronoJJ, and Skady's second town center going to go up as well. We're going to see a huge boom right now, and potentially I'm interested in if ChronoJJ is going to be grabbing that Shadoof and grabbing farms and then going to the heroic age. He's not built an armory, but he can just continuously build from these docks with cabinets. But trireme are a little bit stronger than trireme are a little bit stronger than cabinets. They've got 2 extra range, so they have a little bit of an advantage. But with all these docks being able to produce, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal breaker. Wadger, just chilling over here, might want to scout a little bit with that one. It's one of those things that you can do freely on Mediterranean because your opponent normally isn't scouting around with a hero, so you can just kind of get as much information of the map as possible with that as your unit. I'm wondering if he grabs this. Oh, he is grabbing that fast 3rd town center. Sees Skady going to the 2 town centers and goes, now I'm going 3 town centers. But it looks like same thing with Skady. He's not producing any more trireme, so he's going for a fast 3 town center. Both players booming very hard on this map. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of it. I mean, this gold mine's pretty exposed. It's right next to the town center, but you can do some very aggressive hoplite play here. Like if instead of building this town center, he'd moved up and built 3 barracks around about here and just destroyed this town center. Would have been super interesting, but alas, staying on the booming train, rather play safe than cheesy, I guess. And ChronoJJ needs to maybe get this priesthood power. Catastrophic Scout can distract that guy, so it's going to slow the town center going up, whereas Skady's going to get his 3rd town center up a little bit before ChronoJJ. Really nice micro there. Priest doesn't actually beat the Catastrophic Scout. You can just move him over to a villager and just have the villager attack and then empower. Is he going to, yeah. I wouldn't use all your villages, just one village is fine, but you know, whatever. Skady, a little bit of a missed micro here, taking some free damage from the dock fire. Never really want to do that. Some idle villages from ChronoJJ. Now filling down the farms. He does have Shadoof and Plow, so he's going to be having a huge boom now from that rain. I'm interested to see how Skady reacts to this and what he's going to do. Is he going to go... Well, he's reacting by building his own farms. You don't get that much of an advantage over it. If you've got access to Hunt, which he does, it's better. It's just straight up better than trying to grab some rain. Just because it costs so much resources to go to that, to build those farms, and you don't get the food. You don't really get that much food bonus. I mean, you do, but you don't, like, as opposed to Hunt, it's not that great. And he's got all these deer, these boar. I mean, you're not going to kill a bear to hunt, but it's a fair bit of food there. Rain does go down now for ChronoJJ. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes straight to the Mythic Age. I'm pretty sure in Voobly Balance Patch, okay, well the barracks are up forward now and he's been spotted. So ChronoJJ is going to be building some barracks of his own in order to build some axemen. And the Town Center Fire just going to be picking off that hoplite. He's going to have to retreat right now. Still lots of idle villages. This is the bad thing about having all of the fishing ships garrison in your dock. You don't see the idle balance because it's like, oh, I still have idle fishing ships. This hoplite getting a little bit overzealous there, going to get picked off by the town center. We see ChronoJJ not having the gold to advance right now. Skady on the other hand also not having the resources. He is producing all of these hoplite at the moment. Needs to like basically just produce a butt ton of military buildings. He's sitting at 3 town centers. So you can have around about 4 military buildings per town center. Is generally just the gist of it at minimum. You're obviously building more is fine if you can afford the extra wood, but you can't exactly produce from them. But it's always good. You see a little bit of a raid now onto Skady's fishing ships. With Skady not having any of these fishing ships garrisoned into the dock, he can freely pick these off, and he's going to have to retreat now. The garrison and the trireme are going to be chasing those cabinets off right now. More and more of these military units getting built right now. ChronoJJ still not producing any, so he's trying to just boom as hard as he can. Does he have Shaft Mine? He does have Shaft Mine. He needs more villages on gold and possibly even some walls just to delay on this side. We do see some of those villages moving up right now, going to be producing their own barracks up the front. But if they get spotted by the Wadjet, it's going to be prevented. We see the wall coming over here, and we can see the hoplite moving down, going to be taking out this dock in order to attempt to control the water completely. I do like this. This is the way to play this matchup as Zeus, is to get hoplite onto your opponent's docks. However, if he doesn't move over here and kill these cabinet off with his trireme, it's going to be lights out for those hoplite. Never want that to happen. We see Jason and the Odysseus joining the fray right now. A bunch of cabinet getting produced in order to fight the trireme. Shifting sands right into the middle of the base of ChronoJJ. Really nice use of shifting sands right there. Going to be able to pick off a bunch of those hoplite with the tower fire, town center and towers. Going to be able to potentially pick off these guys. They move so fast. Zeus has got that bonus speed there. And we do see Hathor's coming through now for ChronoJJ. Skady stuck in that classical age. Might want to consider stopping. He has stopped resource spending on the hoplite right there, so he's going to be able to advance to the heroic age a little bit later. You see that Rock is out now. He's going to be initially raiding with that. If he can get on the other side of the map away from the Odysseus, it's really difficult for him to deal with that. I'm not sure if Bolt works on rocks or not. I think I can check that, right? If I go here, where is the rock? Where'd he go? No idea. Oh, there. So you can't use it. Oh, it's probably because you can't see him. When he jumps into the line of sight, I'm not sure. Here we go. No, can't use it on the rock. So that's another change from the Voobly Balance patch. You cannot kill the rock off. And it looks like ChronoJJ moving in here with his cabinet, picking off all of these trireme, taking a lot of damage from the dock fire though, but at this point you can kind of start trading those cabinet off. There, you've got the economy because you've been booming so hard, and it looks like Skady is going to have to chill out a little bit with this army over here as they fight this location here. He's got the numbers advantage, so he can keep fighting, and you can kind of separate your army into two, and you have sort of enough of a ball just in order to make the micro even more difficult. Wallbar just now coming out for ChronoJJ, so he's going to start controlling this water really, really good. Holy crap, 2,000 food in the bank for ChronoJJ. He needs to start thinking about spending that. I know he wants to go to the Mythic Age. He is throwing up a Migdol stronghold. Has he got a market going up anywhere? it'd be a really good idea to throw that market up. Maybe in this corner, just to be a little bit safer. Mid-goal stronghold is going up. Wooden wall, not going to do too much there. We do see the war barges are picking off all of these trireme. A little bit of a micro mistake coming on here. Nice micro by Skady. That trireme isn't going to get picked off. No, come on. Pay attention, ChronoJJ. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? And we can see that Apollo has come through right now. We do see the Pentaconta are coming out in order to deal with these war barges, but because the cabinets have got the advantage over here, they're going to be able to pick off these Pentacontas so quickly. You want to focus those down with the cabinets and get the war barges to attack the trireme, as opposed to the cabinets attacking the trireme attacking the cabinet. You see that mid-goal stronghold did manage to get up, Siege Workshop is going up, and Market's going up for ChronoJJ in the corner. ChronoJJ's economy is huge right now. He's not seeing it full population though. He does have so many resources. When you start hitting this point in the game, always get 2 villages to build 2 more armories, just in anticipation for armory upgrades, so you can get them as fast as possible. You see a Besukos moving in over here, not being looked after too well. The rock was hurt quite a bit, and Pesukos is going to be attempting to kill off that town center, but going to get taken out instead. We do see that that ChronoJJ is currently winning this water. At this point though, you really don't need it. It's like your economy should be sitting in a really nice place. He's got almost 2,000 gold. Just like Skady's got the gold, ChronoJJ's got the food. This is not amazing play by any stretch of the imagination. If you have this many resources, it means you haven't been efficient, and you need to get on top of that and do what you can. We do see another mid-goal stronghold going up for ChronoJJ, 2 siege workshops, and Mason's going down now so that he can have some survivability of the buildings. You do see the chariot arch moving in now, attempting to pick off some villages over here. At this point, probably not the best idea to throw away units. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter too much. You've got so much economy, but it's like you just want to be focusing your efforts in a specific location, moving your buildings forward, trying to get what you can do. Just like set up there. Siege Workshop needs to start producing some of those siege towers, grabbing the carpenter's upgrade there is going to be a really big win, and we can see sun-dried mud brick coming down as well. So ChronoJJ really trying to keep the survivability of his buildings up. We see that the water has been claimed by ChronoJJ, but he's probably not going to use it. He doesn't want to have too much economy there. He's not upgraded the efficient ships either, so they're kind of being super inefficient and a waste of population at this point. We do see that Osiris is the god of choice for ChronoJJ. Skady on the other hand going through Hephaestus? Somebody's told me the pronunciation. I believe it's Hephaestus. No, Hephaestus. Without the E. I kept pronouncing the E. There is no E. Hephaestus. Alrighty. Pharaoh moving in here. A little bit of aggressive. I'm not sure if going through Osiris and then moving your Pharaoh forward is ever a great idea. But Osiris is a strong counter to Hephaestus, with Colossus getting hard countered by mummies. So that's probably the reason there. But that being said, Bellerophon does pretty much one-hit a mummy with that special attack if you can get him on there. We see War Elephant now coming out for ChronoJJ. ChronoJJ's economy is huge. Definitely want to start producing some extra armory, getting those line upgrades for your War Elephant. Now you're heading to the Mythic Age. It's like you're not saving those resources for any more teching. I mean, maybe you're thinking about going to the Titan Age. He has thrown up that monument to the soldiers and monument to priests, so definitely thinking about it. But maybe that's more so just for the War Elephant. We do see a fortress moving up into the front of the map for Skady, going to be producing some of those Heliopoli in order to move in and pick off the buildings of ChronoJJ, but he has got the sun-dried brick, the masons. We just see a plenty of going down into the back of the base of Skady in order to get himself some more of that economy. Does Skady have resources for Juventus? He does have it. It's got 30-second build time, 75% armory research cost instead of what it used to be. I believe it was more like 100%. It was nerfed and rebuffed and nerfed and rebuffed, just because it's a funny technology to find the balance of it. You see Osiris has been hit now for ChronoJJ. Hoplite moving in here. No line upgrades for Hoplite either. It's super interesting. He's got so many resources, and I guess it's just he doesn't have the buildings up just yet. But you want to be getting those line upgrades as soon as you possibly can. They're so strong, make sure you can survive for so much longer, and every resource you spend is basically saved by the survivability of your units instead of just losing them. We see that the Plenty Vault has been claimed by ChronoJJ. Nice play there. Skady with only, is that 2? Yeah, only 2 armories at the moment. He just doesn't have the wood income at the moment. He does have all of those upgrades, just no wood income. No Bellerophon out just yet. I'm surprised about that. Bellerophon's normally that unit you want to get out straight away to do as much damage as you possibly can. ChronoJJ in the Mythic Age without, or he does just use the Son of Osiris God Power right there. Going to be moving him forward in order to start defending. We do see Myrmidon are out for Skady, so Skady going for that Myrmidon talks to Heliopoli Ball. Myrmidon are such strong units, but they do cost 3 population, so you kind of want to be fighting with them and not letting your opponent get into that ball size army. You do see that the Heracles and Jason moving in, trying to reclaim this Plenty Vault as they do, and we see that Silver Colossi are already out. Picking off this War Barge with that Silver Colossi. What a beastly unit right there. Skady's in a lucky position because his town centers aren't close to the water, whereas potentially some War Barge, I mean, it's too far away. It looks like the map spawned pretty nicely for both players. Heavy Elephant coming out now for ChronoJJ. He has lost all of that food he did have, and now has an insane amount of wood. His economic management is not that great. We do see a little bit of a move here in order to pick off this fortified town center of ChronoJJ. He has no gold in the bank. What he should be doing right now is sell all that wood and then start producing those mercenary. And we do see the villagers trying to pick off those Myrmidon. They are medium, so they're not that strong. He does have Skin of the Rhino as well, but he needs to get his villagers onto these Heliopoli there. The town center is so strong right now with the Architects and Sun-Dried Mud Brick. We do see the Underworld patch is getting picked off now by the villagers as well. Son of Osiris coming in right now, going to be trying to focus down all that other stuff. Bolt does go down on Son of Osiris, but it does not kill him. He does a lot of damage, does about 200 damage because he's basically just, that's how it works. Instead of killing the Son of Osiris. You see the Manticore does get picked off here. Town Center probably about, looks like maybe the Town Center is going to survive with that Priest empowering. The repair rate goes insane. Really, really nice defense by ChronoJJ right there. Getting a huge win right there. Picking off the Town Center probably wouldn't have done all that much, but just delay ChronoJJ from making any moves and give Skady a little bit of a chance to recover from this kind of all in he's done. He's going to lose this Silver Colossus, he's going to lose this Heliopoli, and it looks like the town center is going to stay there for another day. Heavy Elephant picking off everything else, need to get those villagers back to work. Now it's potentially what Skady can do is make this move in onto this town center while ChronoJJ's army's all the way over here, especially with those heavy war elephant. They move very, very slow. That being said, Rock moving in now going to be able to move them at a faster rate over to the other side of the map, or potentially drop them onto the back location of the fortified town centers right here. We do see that heavy war elephant moving into the wood line of Skady. Skady is with a little bit of wood supply problem, only 20 villages on wood and producing like Heliopoli like mad. At this point, it's like you need to think about your army and stop producing Toxotos because they're just kind of a waste of wood at the moment. It's not that great. We can see he is moving in with Migdol strongholds in the front line. Where'd that rock go? Is he moving the rock over here? Or is he moving into attack? He's moving into attack with the rock, so he's going to be attempting to pick off this location of the fortified town center. There is no masons or architects for Skady, so that's going to fall super fast to how many war elephant? 5 war elephant and the Son of Osiris in order to pick off villages right there. You can see he's moving in. He's going to be dropping them off, picking off this fortified town center. See Migdol stronghold's going to go up as well. We do see a weird storehouse placement there by Skady, pretty weird. And also the market location is going to go down. And it's now mercenary coming out. We do see a ceasefire. Skady realizes he's in a bit of a bad position right now. All of his units up here, all of his population in the top location of the map, versing all of this. So it's like you don't want to be fighting this too much right here. Guard towers don't go up, or Migdol strongholds don't go up in ceasefire. You want to be producing siege workshop and barracks when ceasefire is down, and potentially also walling in this market to stop Skady's golden income. ChronoJJ still producing his army upgrades very, very slowly. If he had grabbed that extra couple of free armories, then he'd be able to have our full ready, especially with this insane economy. So yeah, military barracks are 2 coming up for Skady. Skady moving his villages over here in order to defend this, and I assume he would have grabbed. He hasn't grabbed masons. I would have assumed he would have grabbed masons. Masons are such a strong upgrade in order to defend against the kind of siege that's attacking. We do see masons now comes down. But on that town center as well, it's like he's putting all of this effort into this location here. We do see C2 Workshop is going up now for ChronoJJ. I want to get those heavy elements to start attacking instead of doing nothing. We see that the Heliopoli have been upgraded with what's it called, engineers, so they do even more damage. But with all the upgrades onto the town center, it's not going to be all that much. We see villagers picking off the Heliopoli because there's no infantry over here now to kill those off. Town center is falling down fairly slowly, but if we can start throwing down some of those catapult in order to defend, in order to deal even more damage, we just see heavy Hypaspis. I'm not sure about that. Hypaspis don't exactly have a bonus against a war. Heavy elephant, I think. I think heavy elephant are considered cavalry, so that you get more of a bonus with hoplite and myrmidon. We can see that he is managing to pick off these elephants to keep this up, but with guard towers coming down to the front line of this location right now, he's going to be able to pick these off with catapult, and it looks like the defense is successful, and lumber camp going down in order to chop down these wood. I'm not sure if that's a great idea, just considering there's wood back here, but keeping them on the front line close to the town center potentially is a great idea. Jump over to ChronoJJ's perspective, he is producing a catapult out right now. Lots of villagers defending this location right now. For Skady, Skady might want to consider getting that Architects. He has not grabbed it just yet in order to defend his location a little bit longer. And we can see that a heavy wall elephant now picking off this location. We do have the engineers for ChronoJJ as well, so his catapult will do even more damage per shot. And we can see that looks like Bellerophon might want to think about jumping onto the, there we go, jumping onto the Son of Osiris. Does a lot of damage right now. Want to garrison that guy straight away. No, don't run away. Just garrison. Oh, looks like Son of Osiris is going to get picked off. Catapult is out though now. Can start focusing that one down onto this location with all of these guard towers picking up all these units as well though. Oh, I thought you would have all your upgrades from the armories by now, considering you have Forge of Olympus. However, that's not the case right now. Looks like Skady doing a really nice defensive job right here. He's pretty much stopped this where I thought the game was going to be really difficult for him to win. At this point, it looks like there's just the sheer space of distance is too much. You see like 15 champion chariot getting built there. A little bit funny. No more chariot over here though. It looks like trying to sit onto that gold line with the champion chariot. You can actually set them to passive stance, so they just sit there and kill everything in their range instead of chasing. But it looks like they're going to be doing a bunch of damage over there. Son of Osiris does get picked off. Another catapult coming out right now. If you want to get that focusing straight into the fortified town center, ChronoJJ does get access onto that plenty vault, bringing off all of these donkey caravans as well as everything else. Looks like Silver Colossus is coming out right now. I want to get those mummies pumping. He does have a mummy already set up, but does not have the population there. We do see Pharaoh is going to be dealing a bunch of damage. That Silver Colossus does get picked off very quickly by the Pharaoh. Pharaoh does 20 damage times, I believe it's 700. So that's so much damage onto the Silver Colossus, but he's going to be able to pick off this town center if he doesn't get this breach over to start empowering. That being said, buildings falling for Skady, but Skady also losing his own buildings. It might be an idea to get a fortress up over here, get some Petropoli in order to pick off these units. We do see Bellerophon picking off the catapult. He does so much damage with that special ability there. There's nothing you can do to stop him from coming in and picking off those catapults. So if you micro him well enough, you just pick off catapult after catapult. Sometimes it's an idea to get siege towers out when your opponent has Bellerophon. We do see that ChronoJJ has cleaned up this location here. He's prevented Skady's push, and now he's moving in, and these champion chariot continuously pick off the donkey caravan, and the trade route basically is completely stopped. So Skady going to be sitting with 0 gold, and zero ability to produce units at the moment. So it looks like ChronoJJ going to be finishing this game off. Really, really well played. I don't feel like there's any way at this point for Skady to win this game if he loses all of his trade because he has no gold income. Bellerophon though, going to come in and pick up these champion chariot. If they don't kill him, they probably could have killed the Bellerophon if he was focusing over on this location, but it looks like he's more focused over here, and over here he's moving up with a Migdol stronghold and a bunch of catapult going to be moving in, trying to pick up this fortified town center. And he's going to be moving in with buildings, more champion chariots coming in. I think it's always an idea to be producing axemen against Myrmidon, as the axemen are coming out. That's why Barracks is coming down right now. Siege works does go down, but Skady decides that the game is over when he notices his trade route completely destroyed. Really well played there by ChronoJJ. It ends up being a 1-to-1 in the group stages of the RTS-Sanctuary Christmas Tournament for these two players. Wow, really well played by ChronoJJ. Nice hold on both of these locations and then being able to move forward with his guard towers, Migdol strongholds, showing this map is not 100% win rate for Zeus. Really well played. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this game, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to see them when they come out. And have a very Merry Christmas.